Hey there, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to create a works cited page using easybib.com. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my source that I found on the web, and this is for the sample biography that we've been looking at on Mae Jemison. And so this source here is the one I'm going to cite. It's Dr. Mae Jemison, Star Child, and this is from a credible source. It's from nasa.gov. So I'm clicking here, and again, in this on this particular website, it tells a little bit of background about Dr. Jemison, where she was born and grew up, and her background, so on and so forth. So this is the website that I want to cite in my biography report. So I'm going to go about that by basically highlighting the website address, and I'm going to copy it, or you can Command C, and then I'm going to go to a new tab, open up a new tab, and go to easybib.com, and there we go. And then I'm going to click on MLA 8. Okay, and this is a website that I'm citing. There's also options for books and videos and journals and databases and, oh my goodness, 59 other options. So we're just going to deal with a website right now. So I'm going to click here and paste in my website that I just copied, and then I'm going to click Cited. Okay, so it comes up here, and it just kind of verifies, is this what we want? And so it looks like this is what I put in here. So now I'm going to click Cite This. Okay, so they were able to find it. All this is saying, we found it, and now cite this. Okay, so here's what we found for you. They found the title of the website, the publisher, which is NASA, the date it was accessed, which is today, March 20th, 2017. And it's telling me that I need a few more things, like the article title, when it was electronically published, means when it was put on the website, and the authors. So I hopefully can get all this information, but let's see what we can find. So I'm going to continue to the final step. Okay, so it's telling me that I need, or it's asking me for an article title. So I'm going to go back up here and see if I can figure out the title. Okay, to me the title is just Dr. Mae Jemison. So I'm just going to highlight that, copy it, copy, and go here, and then I'm just going to paste it in, Dr. Mae Jemison. Okay, then it's asking me for the authors. So, or an author. So let me see if I can find one. So I come back here, and this one's not showing an author. Usually it might be up under the title name. I don't see anything that's real obvious, except when I come down here, it says Star Child author. So this is Star Child. That's this website here. And so it says the Star Child team. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And here are the authors. So it's Joyce DeJoy and Elizabeth Libby Truelove. Those are great names. Joy and love. So I'm going to, just to make things easier, I can remember Joyce, so I'm just going to highlight her last name and copy it. Or you can write it down on a piece of paper. For me, I just like to copy, click. So her first name was Joyce, and then her middle name, I don't know, but her last name, I'm just going to paste it in here. Oops, DeJoy. Okay, and then there was a second author too, so I'm going to add another contributor, and I have to go back and see what her name was. Elizabeth Libby Truelove. Okay, so I think I can remember that. Elizabeth Libby Truelove. So Libby is kind of a nickname, so I think I'm going to stick to her formal first name, Elizabeth, and no middle name, and then Truelove. Or I suppose I could put, since it did show it that way. Try putting it Libby there, okay? Then it already put this in for me, and then electronically publish. So I've gone ahead, I've put in the title, I've put in the authors, I had to look a little bit for them, and now it's electronically published. This is date access, that's just today, that's when I looked at it, but it wants to know when was it published. And I've looked and I can't find a date, which I know we've talked about could be a red flag, but I do feel that this is a very credible source, so I'm not worried about it. So I can't find a date of when they put this up, so I'm just going to leave that part blank. I don't know. So you should try to get as much information that you can, but sometimes you can't get everything. Then I'm going to click Create Citation. So I'm leaving this blank, clicking Create Citation. Let's see what happens. My slow computer. All right, so hooray, here's your new citation. So it comes up, it gives me, it does it for me. I didn't have to do this at all. It's like put the author's names in, it's all formatted with the way the commas should be. I put her name with Libby, that's great. A period there, did all the formatting. There's the article title in quotes. So this looks great. So now, let's say I go and add a second source. So you could go through the same process. Mae Jemison, again, I'm using, hypothetically, I'm using the articles that I found for my website. So here's like a Scholastic one. Let's go through the same process. So again, this is from scholastic.com. Again, I think a very reliable website. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the title, go to easybib.com, and I'm going to put it here, and I'm going to paste it, hopefully, and then cite it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it found everything we need. Look how slowly I'm going. Okay, so it came up here and it found my article, Meet Mae Jemison, a super scientist, from scholastic.com. So I'm going to click on Cite This. And it says it found all these things, including the title, the website title, the article title, but again, it's missing some information. So I'm going to continue to the final step. And let's see on this one if I can find who wrote it. And I may not be able to. I don't see a writer's name. So there's not going to be an author for this one. So I'm just going to leave that blank. And then it was also asking me for, that's why it's running so slowly, these little videos. It's also asking me for the, for the publisher. And the publisher is from Scholastic. So I'm going to go ahead and put Scholastic as the publisher. And then it already put in the URL address. And then I didn't see a date on this one either. Again, no date. But again, this is a credible source, so I feel confident in using it for my paper. So go back to my citation, Easybib, and create citation. Let's see what happens. Okay, so now I have 2 citations, and there they are. Our first one from .gov, NASA.gov, and then this new one that I did. And so now, here we go. We're going to export it. So once your citations are in, and you may have 2, 3, the more in-depth your papers get as you go through school. I mean, you could fill a page or 2 of citations. So right now we probably will just have a couple, and I'm going to click export, and I'm going to go ahead and save it to Google Docs because we all have a Google Docs account. and it's going to make me sign in. You might already be signed in, but in case you're not, go ahead and sign in to your Google Docs account. Oops. There we go. So it says that it was successfully uploaded to Google Docs, and then I'm just going to click on Go to Google Docs. And there it is. Perfect. Done. It's done, just like that. It did all the formatting for me. See how it has this indentation here? It's in Times New Roman 12. It's titled Works Cited. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. I don't have to do anything at this point except go up here and click Share. And at this point, you're going to share it to me. So I start to type in my name. Well, of course, I'm the account holder, but you're going to go ahead and share it to me, jonette.aub@edmondschools.net, and click Send. And that's it. Voila.